Lions.
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you.
Playoffs and Phil.
What's up, guys? Dutchy talking in here. As always, God bless. Go first.
Let the celebration begin.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Eagles postgame show with Jack and Dalt. Proudly powered by TickPick, the official fan experience partner of the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, let's take it to the show.
Yeah, our mic wasn't even on there. That's why I'm glad that I checked. So it should be good now. Can you just double check on YouTube and make sure they can hear us now? Sorry about that. Don't touch here because this will turn it off. But just make sure that the sound is on. It should be good now. Apologize for the technical difficulties, guys. But yeah, Saquon Barkley's homecoming game. I think he's going to tear up this team. I think he's going to have a whole new edge on his shoulder to where he's going to want to show the Giants what they missed out on, what they haven't done a good job of signing. So as an Eagles fan, I mean, that is so refreshing to us to have somebody like that on our team because we know the last time we signed an opposing running back, it didn't work out too well with DeMarco Murray. So there's going to be a lot of blood in this game. There's going to be a lot of grit. There's going to be a lot of, I think, fighting, a lot of shit talking going back and forth to NFC East teams that know each other really well. But I do expect Saquon Barkley to show up because what you guys got to keep in mind is he practiced against these guys for 4 years, 5 years now. So he knows this team. He knows these coordinators. He knows this coach. He may not know them to the same extent that these players know them, but he knows this city. He knows this system. He knows this team. So I think he's due for the biggest day. If there was any lock for a touchdown you could take today, it would have to be Saquon Barkley or Snakequad, as our Giants fans are calling him, which, I mean, it might be a good time for a Giants fan to come into the picture. Mike, you want to get interviewed real quick? So we have a live Giants fan right here. How are you feeling about, do you call him Saquon or Snakequan? What do you call him?
Well, I mean, I still call him Saquon because there's one thing I can never take away from him. He went to Penn State. I went to Penn State. So he'll always still be Saquon to me. So
are you nervous, excited for today? Like, do you think he's going to go off and have a big game?
I'm excited because this is my first NFL game, but honestly, him being on the Eagles, it still hurts. It hurts. But I think today we're going to boo him. We're going to absolutely boo him. And And yeah, but he might be having hat tricks in Philly, but not here. Not today. Not if our fans have anything to say about it.
Oh, I like that. He's coming out gritty. Let's get JT in here. Let's get a different contrast of a Giants fan. Come on in. So how are you feeling about the whole? I know you're a Saquon Barkley guy this week on the podcast when you guessed it on. Thank you for joining on. You had the jersey still in the background, which we were busting your balls about. So you're clearly still, I think, friends with him in a lot of ways, right?
I think so. I will never not have respect for Saquon Barkley, just because I know who he is as a person to some like surface level. Having talked to him, having talked to his family over the years, and I will always be a Saquon Barkley fan at some level. Am I upset that they left the Giants for a division rival? Of course, I think that's totally fair, but like you'll never catch me earning Saquon's jersey. I just feel like that's disrespectful and immature given everything that he's done for our city. So I feel like he deserves respect. I'm not going to boo him personally, but I understand that people will.
I still have mine, so.
Are you still comfortable with your guys' running back situation? Are you still confident in your run game? Do you think it's underrated right now, or you think it's?
So in the draft this year, in the 5th round, we took Tyrone Tracy Jr., who's been phenomenal ever since he stepped on the field, and I can't believe it. The thought never crossed my mind that we could actually replace Saquon, but it feels like we have. We brought youth and youth and speed to the running back position, which is before Saquon not really something we had. Like Wayne Gallman, Paul Perkins, Rashad Jennings, like the running back position before Saquon was tough for New York.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think the Giants filled in. Yeah, I said the Giants filled in a role that they needed to be filled without having Saquon. But I'm excited to see, if he will get the respect. I think some fans will still love him for what he did for the city before he came to Philly. There will be some of those fans that are going to boo him and say, fuck you, Saquon. But I think the vast majority will probably, cheer him on or boo him, like not all the way, but still boo him.
How much of an impact do you think Dexter Lawrence will have today?
I think that Cam Jurgens is going to get absolutely destroyed because last year he was giving Jason Kelsey the work. And I'm not saying that Cam Jurgens is bad by any means, but Dexter Lawrence is the defensive player of the year. He's healthy. That whole defense is healthy. I think it's going to be not 7 sacks. Philadelphia is going to do everything they can. Oh, Dexter, yeah, I believe it's 7 sacks. Yeah, right. I think that Philly is going to do everything they can to try to stop or slow down. You can't stop Dexter Lawrence, but I think they're gonna double team him. They're gonna triple team him, and that's gonna open up the lanes for other guys to get home. And I think Jalen Hurts is gonna get sacked at least four times today. I'm comfortable saying that.
Mikey D, what do you think about Dexter Lawrence today? How do you think he's going to play?
I think Dexter Lawrence is going to bring the pain today to Philadelphia. He's going to bring Philly some pain. He's our big guy, and I know our big guy can do some big things. So Dexter Lawrence, he's bringing the Philly pain today.
No way. Saquon Barkley used to run against Dexter Lawrence in practice. He knows this guy. I think it's going to be a day that we see Dexter Lawrence still have an impact, but not an impact on the run game. I think he'll have an impact on the pass game, maybe on Jalen Hurts, get him rattled. Saquon Barkley, though, I think should keyword blow right past him because he knows the guy. And when you have affinity with certain players, you should know them. You should know what works. But we shall see. But out here pregame, I mean, we're hanging out. Let us know if you guys have some comments. Dennis saying you look beautiful, Jack, this morning. Collins here in the game saying that Tyrone Tracy Jr., your guy's running back, he's definitely been somebody I've noticed from the fantasy wire. How you feeling about him today? Is he going to have an impact?
So Tyrone Tracy, will have an impact today because he will benefit from the presence of Malik Neighbors being back. That's going to give him the lanes that he needs to. I'm comfortable saying that Tyrone Tracy will have at least 80 yards today. So if you're a betting person, if you're someone who sports bets and check the over under on Tyrone Tracy, if it's anything below like 50, I'd take the over. Yeah.
Hot take. Okay.
Yeah.
What about Tyron Tracy? Do you think, Mikey D?
Well, I know Devin Singletary's out. He's wearing Saquon's old number, which it doesn't feel right, but I agree with him. I think Tyrone Tracy should be our new running back going forward. I love what he's been doing for us. To think we originally had him as a backup, but I tell you what, that he came in, he's doing big things right now for our team, and I think Tyrone Tracy might be it. And we thought Saquon was the answer to the run game, which he was. And going off of his point earlier, I still have my Saquon jersey. I never burned it. I know we're gonna boo him today. We still respect him, of course. And of course, for me, I went to Penn State, so he'll always be one of my own. But Tyrone Tracy, he might be the heir to Saquon Barkley. And honestly, I think he might be the answer. Saquon was the first answer to the run game here in New York, but I think Tyrone Tracy is the answer to the run game here in New York.
Hot takes coming out from both of these Giants fans. We'll see. I mean, yes, the Eagles struggle with the run stop, but 80 yards, we'll see. We'll see what happens. And I wouldn't say quite yet he is the next thing Saquon Barkley. He's only played 6 games. We'll see what he can do the rest of the season.
Now, Mike and Jizzle, JT, want to thank both of you guys for coming on here. Do you guys have any final remarks before we bring in our wrecking crew, our Eagles fans? There you go.
Yeah, so
Okay, it's definitely I grab down here, guys. But yeah, Chris, go ahead, take it again. Let him know. Grab down there.
Well, as Giants fans wants to ruin everything because that's, it's just what Giants fans do. But the Giants have been a joke for years now, and they still have Daniel Jones. So if the Eagles lose this game, all I know is Sirianni better not be going back to fucking Philly.
That's been a hot topic of debate, too, is what will the Eagles do if they lose this game? Chris, you think he's out of here? You think he's as good as gone?
Yeah, I think he's got to be. I mean, I like Sirianni. I think Sirianni's a good coach, but you just can't keep losing games against good teams or against bad teams there. And, this team's got way too much talent. You look at this team top to bottom, they probably are the most talented team in football. But you should be blowing out teams. Like, that's how I think. They should have won a Super Bowl last year. They had enough talent. They add Saquon Barkley this year, and he looks sluggish on offense. They haven't scored a point in the first quarter all year. I swear, if they don't score a touchdown in the first quarter today, something's got to change. Something has to change.
He's right, though. I mean, I don't know how I would feel about a midseason firing, but losing to the New York Giants, I think, would be a justified firing because this team is so ass compared to the Eagles. The Eagles should own them. They should show them how it's done. With Andrew Thomas being out today for the Giants, their key left tackle. I know our left tackle's out too, but that's going to have a bigger impact than people think. And I think that Bryce Huff believe it or not, going back to his old stadium of Jet Life, as they used to call it. I actually think he'll have a better game than people think. I know the Jets players are saying it's a shitty stadium, but stay tuned for Bryce Hoff today. Give me Bryce Hoff 1.5 sacks, one's a shared. One solo. I'll be risky.
Dalton, I do not agree with that at all. Huff hasn't done jack shit this season. He had 1 tackle last week, and that's it. He was supposed to be an edge rusher to fill in Hassan Reddick and hasn't done that at all. I think the most he's done was in the preseason and has not done anything this regular season right now. So I think we need to get excuse me, Huff out of the city. And Chris, how do you feel about maybe, Crosby coming to Philly?
I would love Crosby. I think, I think that's what they need. They need a bigger end who can actually play the run some. When Huff and Smith are on the field at the same time, they can't hold the edge at all, and it's a disaster. And I mean that's what Huff was also saying this week, that he's lining up differently than he ever did. So is Huff bad, or are they just not using him the right way? Is he not in the right scheme? And for that, I actually blame Howie, because he either didn't talk to Fangio or just didn't look that he's not in the right scheme. Because he's a guy that, he had 11 sacks last year. He's not a bad player. They're just not using him right, or they don't know how to use him. So I don't know what the answer is there, but I think either Sweat or Huff needs to go, because they have 3 of the same type player, because Nolan Smith's the same type player too. They all just can't play the run, and they need a bigger guy on the end. You got Brandon Graham, who's great, but Brandon Graham's older. Go get a bigger guy, even if it's a guy, you guys are going to laugh, but Derek Barnett could hold that edge. He's not going to get a ton of sacks. I don't know if they would take him. I mean, he's been pretty good for the Texans. He's been pretty good for them. So I don't know if that's, but that type player, somebody bigger like that, obviously Max Crosby would be amazing because he's just total package. But Howie's not going to make that big of a move during the season, I don't think, especially with the way this team's playing right now. If they don't score any points on offense, it doesn't matter what they do on defense.
Yeah, no, we'll see. I'm excited for this game. I think we'll see a different team than we did last week. We should have beat them by at least 2 touchdowns against the Browns. Jalen Hurts is looking more comfortable now that he has his pieces back on the wide receivers in A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. But we'll see what we do without Goddard, because I know Goddard's not that pivotal. Yeah, he's not that big of a pivotal piece, but he kind of is. But Calcaterra played great. I mean, it's nice to have the next person up, and I think we have that in our tight ends, So we'll see what happens. I mean, last time we were here, the Eagles completely massacred the Giants. So I definitely think that's what's going to happen. And us having, Saquon Barkley on our team, I think that's the answer. So that's all I got. I don't know if you want to add anything else, Dalton.
Saquon Barkley is going to have a game of games today. A.J. Brown said it himself. Their game plan is to unleash the fucking beast. So if I were you, if you have him in fantasy football, PPR, I mean, I would expect him to get a minimum of 15 to 18 takes today. He got 18 last week, so I expect him to get the ball again today. And I'm confident in him. I'm not only confident in him, but I'm confident in Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown. I do think Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown should have a pretty big game and should look to impress today. But coming over now into the frame, KJ McCoy, how are you feeling about the whole ordeal today? Make sure to grab down here.
Yes, of course.
It's a mute.
Yes. I'm feeling great. I really feel that this team has the momentum. I don't think they're going to lose this game. If they do, I got to be honest, I don't think Nick Sirianni, as a coach, as a man, can bounce back, because he's from New York, I'm pretty sure. He's from the area. And obviously, he's not coaching for the Giants or Jets, but he's coaching for the Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia is a tough city. We hold you responsible. We really do. Like, we don't just lie around and just let things go like other teams. Like, we really care about our team that much that we sacrifice. Like right now, we sacrificed gas money, sacrificed a bunch of things to get here. We bought tickets just to watch this team, and to see them lose here, it'd be really disappointing, to be honest. So They have a good track record here. Does it mean it could change? With the way they're playing right now, it could change. But I really do feel like it's not going to change today. It's going to keep it going. The Eagles win it. I'm going to say a very familiar number we get here. 31. 31. And I'm going to say to 24. It's going to be close, but I think the Eagles are going to let up some points on defense. They're not going to look as dominant as they have the last game when they played the Browns. I think the Giants will get some spurts of some great offense, and the Eagles will keep it close with the Giants. But a win's a win. Even though last week didn't really feel like a win, we need what we can get. Like, we got to get the dub. And if we lose, Sirianni, I'm sorry, but I want you out, man. That's what I think.
And everybody that's saying the firing is justified is right. It would be a justified firing to get him out of here. If you guys are in here hanging out, like it up, share it up. All those little things really help us. We got 47 of you motherfuckers in here right now. That is awesome. We appreciate you guys. Our first ever NFL show live from a stadium. We've done the Phillies once before live from Citizens Bank Park. That was a success. Trying it again today. I apologize if the Wi-Fi connection isn't the best. I appreciate all your guys' patience and your guys' questions. But yeah, everybody that's stopping in, Fratty, Conrad, Sean, I see you guys. Mike Query from Salesianum, I'm in here hanging out. Appreciate you, brother. But how are you feeling about Saquon? I mean, I'm excited for him. A little bit nervous. We'll see. We'll see.
And then we can end it. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I've been preaching on this for the past 3 years since we've been doing this podcast. We need to play all 4 quarters the same way. We need to play the same 4. We got to play the 4 quarters and win and play great ball. That's all I got.
Go mobile here for a second. Go Birds! Let's go! The Eagles fly. Score a touchdown. 1, 2, 3. Hit them low. Hit them high. And watch our Eagles fly. Fly, Eagles, fly. On the road to victory. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles! How you feeling today? Saquon's homecoming.
Hey, all I got to say is, fuck the Giants. Fuck MetLife. Birds are here. Giants are going down, baby. Let's go!
Woo! If that doesn't get you hyped up in the morning. Yeah, the parking experience hasn't been ideal. So we drove up, KJ and I, and it was very disorganized. Didn't really know where to go. Had a lot of misdirection. It was just a lot of bullshit. We didn't know much about what to do. But compared to Philadelphia and the link, what we're used to, it was just a night and day difference and a lot more pleasant, I think. Parking calmer. I mean, Chris, you want to speak on it? How was parking here? You didn't have to park here. Jizzle drove, but still. So yeah. You're good. I'm glad I checked. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, it's been an absolute shit show. Right now we're parked about a mile away from the stadium. We have to walk over a fucking bridge to get there. And meanwhile, like, MetLife has a ton of parking around the stadium. Like, it's not like anything crazy. But when we first came up here, you know, we didn't have a permit this time because Jizzle's not a season ticket holder anymore. But he gave up on the team. And then so we go around and go to the non-permit. We go there and they shuttle you to the stadium. You can't tailgate that way. Like, fuck that. So we had to go around. It took us about 30 minutes to actually get into the parking lot. Absolute joke. We parked somewhere different last time. It's so much better. I think they're trying to suppress the Eagles fans here, and it's not going to fucking work.
It's really not working. Like, there have already been a couple Giants fans that have said, we're outnumbered. Where the hell did you fuckers come from? You guys are crazy. You guys are loud, this and that. The party hasn't even started yet. This is just the pre-game show. It's not even, well, it is 10 a.m. It's 10:15. We're going to be wrapping up here in a second, but just wanted to give you guys a little preview, a little experience into what it's like here at MetLife Stadium and what the takeover looks like. It's definitely very balanced. There's a lot of 26 jerseys like you guys are seeing in your background with McCoy here, and a lot of Saquon Barkley support. So it should be a fun game, and Eagles fans fucking represent well. I'll say that. How are you feeling about it?
I'm feeling great. I love seeing all these buses coming around, and I don't see too many Giants fans coming out of them. Maybe they're hiding. I don't know where they're at, but
they're definitely hiding.
It's awesome. This is Lot 26, and it's Saquon Barkley. So Pennsylvania, he was born in the Bronx, but he was raised in Pennsylvania, Lehigh Valley. It's pretty cool. So great to have him back. But I will say this though, my park experience sucks. One guy told me to go park at the American Dream, and then one guy said, no, you shouldn't park there. There's a lot where you can park. He's like, oh, there's no public parking. But hey, he kind of lied. I don't know. It's all good. I talked to another guy too, and he told me, yeah, that was false. So yeah, this has been a pretty bad parking experience.
It's been dog shit.
It really has been dog crap. So it sucks. But you know what though? I hope the Eagles make up for it. I hope the Eagles notice, as I said before, that we're making a sacrifice. And
this is our first NFC East game of the year, right?
It is. Yes. Yes. It's our first
rivalry game. How are you feeling before that? First rivalry game, NFC East blood in a visitor stadium. You excited? You nervous? You a combination of the two?
I'm not nervous. Nope. I don't really get nervous really with the Birds. It's just also like I'm ready for either a victory or I'm ready for pain. So that's just what it is with being an Eagles fan. Just ready for pain. So, but yeah, we'll see what happens. And I already said the score prediction, but I do think the Eagles do get the dub. So let's go. Fly Eagles, fly.
Fly Eagles, fly. You heard it here first. I think that the Eagles and Saquon Barkley are due for a humongous game. If you guys haven't, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all of those things. We really appreciate it. We're trying to grow this network and do more pregame and postgame shows for you guys, but I don't have anything else. I mean, I know we wanted to be concise with it, give everybody a prediction. Do you have anything else you want to say, or?
Yeah, like that one fan said, number one right there, right here. He said, what fan base brings like 7 or 8 coach buses to travel? The Eagles fly well together. They are a flock. We are here to take over MetLife, and I can't wait to see what this team can do to the Eagles.
Let's take it to Jack, too, to interview Mike. This was pregame. This is when we first got here, just for one last perspective before Jack takes us out of here.
302 Birds, this is Jack Dorton here from MetLife Shitlife Stadium. We got Mikey D on the mic. How do you feel about this game today?
Well, let me say right now, I am the first to admit that my team sucks, but I think today against the Eagles, with how terrible everyone's been playing in the NFC East, I mean, they're letting the Commanders run away with the division. What's up with that? But I think we have a good shot to win this game today.
So, as every Giants fan knows, this is Saquon's homecoming. How are you feeling about that? And do you think Saquon will get booed or not booed?
Okay, well, Saquon being on the Eagles, it still hurts. Pain, so much pain. And I think he's going to get booed. I think he's absolutely going to get booed. And I'll be one of them who boos him, so.
And thank you, Mike. Yeah, so one last thing. The Eagles travel together. They flock together. We're here to take over MetLife Stadium. We're here to take over MetLife Massacre Part 3. And fuck MetLife. Fuck the Giants. Fuck this parking experience. And let's go fucking Birds. 1, 2, E-A-G-L-E-S. Eagles! Hit the outro, baby.
This is for you.
Hey, what's up, 302 Birds? I'm Jack. All roads lead through the playoffs and Phil.